Hello, welcome to a new video. As you can see, I have already drawn her, drawn a sketch, but you might be able to also tell that the composition of it is pretty awful. It's very much, you know, down here, there's a big border there, not much of a border there. So I have actually taken a picture of it and so I can do a digital version of it, but I kind of want to do, I drew this to do some watercolours, and I'm going to use these watercolours I have here, and so you put them onto a palette, and yeah, do it like that. I've got all these really nice brushes, which I haven't used yet, so I'm quite excited really. I've got my new water jar, I love it. I mean, it's not new, my mum was going to throw it out, but I just saw this and I was like, I need this to be in my paint water jar, you know? So I'm going to pick out some colours that I kind of think will sort of work for what I want. I know I definitely want some yellows. So I'm definitely going to want some of the white. I'm going to go for this mid yellow. I'm going to go for, I think these two, cerulean and phthalo blue. I definitely want some browns and stuff. Flesh tint, will grab that. I'm gonna grab crimson red and scarlet as well. Going to grab, yeah, I'm gonna have to remember where all these come from. I think raw umber and burnt sienna as well. And I think I'm going to start with those for now. I have a little bit of an idea, but I'm not entirely sure, really. So I've got my palette here, so I'm just going to pop a little bit on. I do already have some here. I'm pretty sure if you wet it, yeah, the colour comes back. So that's amazing. Don't you think? I think that's pretty fantastic. I really do. So I've already got a purple there. Okay, so I'm thinking, so I know I want it to be sort of like a creamy jumper with a greeny skirt. I haven't got any greens yet. I do need a green. I think I'm gonna go for sap green. Actually, let's start background, I guess, which is where I want my browns. My brownie colours. Let's get a little bit of these out. I've already got a bit of flesh coloured there, so I might actually not need... Oh, I haven't even opened it yet. I got these for my birthday in May, and it is November. The end of November. Phew. Well, this is supposed to be all the cupboards and stuff, but a little bit of that. Okay, it's kind of interesting finding all the textures of these things. I'm going to add a tiny bit of water and mix them together. And I think a tiny bit of this flesh tone actually might be kind of nice, which I have used apparently. And mix that all together. I have no idea. I am going to need a... Here we go, I've got a separate piece of paper here. Here we go, so you can test them all out here. Let's add a lot of water. I've not used watercolours like this before, really. So, there we go, nicely diluted. Yeah. So I think the final drawing of this is actually going to be a digital one. Oh. But I just wanted to kind of test it out. I did this drawing to do watercolours, so, you know, I'm not like, this is just like a doodle. Essentially, this is supposed to be like a doodle that I can practice my watercolours on. Because trying to keep in my mind that white is the paper, and so adding water is essentially adding white. To the whole thing, you know? And you just build up the colour. It's just trying to remember that, because I used to be very comfortable with like acrylics and stuff, and acrylics are, you just add and add on top of whatever and it doesn't really matter too much. When with watercolour, it's there, it doesn't really go over itself, but it is beautiful. The whole reason I want to get into watercolours is because, I mean, they're quite similar to alcohol markers in a way, like the way that they layer, because, like, you know, technically, you know, with alcohol markers, which is my main medium, it's the same. The white is the paper. So I did this sketch, so I finished the line art for it a few hours ago, so I know that this line art should be very much dry now. And if it's not, then that's annoying, but no, it is dry. I can feel that it's dry, so it's fine. I've been thinking about like I was looking at a watercolour book, like how to learn, but I know the very basics of it. I guess like I do know it all because I've done so much art, like education in my life. Like that's all I've ever studied is art. Since I was 16, I have been doing art academically until I was 22. So, that's not great. Let's get rid of that. Come on out, come on out. It's a brush here. It's a brush fibre. Right. And I do want there to be actually quite a distinct shadow. So right now I'm putting on the colours that you'll see in the light. And then I will be putting on, I think, a sort of purple cast over it all, if that makes sense. To be a purple shadow to it all. I am adding a brown shadow, literally talking about that right now, but it'll add maybe a bit more depth to it as well, so that's alright. I'm going to just cover it all brown because... So this is the exact same diluted paint right now it's just the second layer. And this is wet on dry right now. The first layer dried very quickly. So that's good. No. Okay, I'm going to stop there with the brown at the moment. I think I might go on to the clothes now. I know I want to start with a bit of green. There's quite a lot of green, and I think I'm going to add a little bit of burnt sienna to it just to warm it up a little bit more. That's quite a lot actually. I don't think I want that much burnt sienna. Yeah, that was a lot of burnt sienna. I want to be a little bit more green than that. You alright, Willow? For a bit more of an actual green there. One more. By the way, I've got a cloth on my lap just to, you see me go, that's why. Okay. I just want to do a little bit of painting before I put it to bed. you.